Hello, North Shore homeowners. Rob here from Aire, Serv and North Shore. I've got Shawn here, who's our comfort and technical lead here at Aire, Serv and North Shore. And we're starting a new video series, and today's the first one here. And we're going to be talking about all kinds of different things that are going to be helpful to you guys as homeowners here on YouTube. So just encourage you to share these out to folks that you know who may want to hear more about this. And today we're talking about 3 signs that your AC is about to fail. It's warmed up these last couple of weeks, and we've been pretty busy going out helping people with their ACs, doing tune-ups, and we've had a couple of no cooling calls already this year, which is unusual for us here in April. But Shawn, I'm excited to hear what you have here. The 3 signs that your AC is about to fail. So tell us about the first one.
Yeah, absolutely. I would say one of the first things you're going to start noticing is your air is still stuffy in your house. Some of us have some thermostats that will display the humidity in the home. And if you notice that humidity not staying even, or we're above, I would say in that 55 to 65% threshold, if we're above that, that means our air conditioner is low on refrigerator. We're not pulling the moisture out of that AC that we need to anymore. So that would be a good first step. If, hey, we're running our AC all day long, it says it's 70 degrees, but I still feel hot. That's going to be a good giveaway.
Yeah, and that's actually one of the primary things we like here in Wisconsin about running our air conditioners is getting the humidity out of the house. Just makes things feel way more comfortable when you get that humidity down.
Absolutely.
So what's that second one, Shawn?
I would say second thing you're probably going to notice is could go either or. You're either going to have a really long run. Air conditioner is just not putting the temperatures out that it needs to. And so it's taking longer for that air conditioner to cool down the house on a hot summer day. Even in a good system, you can expect about 1 degree an hour to cool the house off running how it should. And so if we end up with a system that's running at 50% of its capacity, it could take 2 to 3 hours for that house to come down to temperatures, which is ultimately going to cost you more money to run that air conditioner if it's taking that long. On the flip side, we can actually have things that run shorter as well. Certain systems have safeties on them that will let the system know either if we're running at a really high pressure or a really low pressure. And so if we're losing refrigerant and that air conditioner turns on, it's going to cut out on a low pressure and just shut that system down until the pressures get high enough again to turn on. So short run or a long run could be an indication that you got an issue.
And you laid down a lot of really good information there, showing the whole idea that you can only expect to get about 1 degree of temperature out of your home per hour in AC mode is a lot different than what we as homeowners expect to get because our furnaces work so much better. So here in Wisconsin, our furnaces are typically twice the amount of heating capacity than our AC is of cooling capacity. So if you just think about how much energy you can move, the furnace can move double what your AC can. So you're used to how fast your house warms up with the furnace. It's not going to be able to keep up that same way with the AC. So that's a really good point.
Yeah.
All right. What do you got for the third thing?
Yeah, my last thing is going to be kind of listening to your air conditioner. If you get a tune-up done, really listen to how that thing runs. You know, you as a homeowner are the expert in your house, and we take all the information that you give us and try to apply it as best we can. So if you pay attention to that air conditioner when it's running right after a tune-up, how it should sound, if you notice anything out of the ordinary beyond that, that's when you want to be reaching out to make sure there's not an issue. One thing I have earmarked that's pretty common is the way your air conditioner turns on is through what's called a contactor here. And this little contactor is essentially an on and off switch. It allows the high voltage to go to your air conditioner. When these guys get old and worn out, they make a really loud buzzing noise. And so if your air conditioner is starting to make loud noises like that buzzing, it could be something really simple like this to get replaced. And we actually have packages that replace our minor components in our system for a lot better cost than you would if you were to have us out there individually replacing these parts. So these can be common preventative maintenance parts that, hey, if we're 10, 15 years old, we know these are going to fail. There's no doubt about that. At some point, these are going to go. And yeah, most technicians will have these stocked on their vans, but if we can get you prepared ahead of time, take out the most common, nuisance issues with an air conditioner during a tune-up, you don't have any issues moving forward, I would say that's a win.
Oh yeah, and that puts you as the homeowner in the driver's seat too. So if you get it replaced before it fails, and if it's an older component, you know it's going to fail. It's only going to fail when it's hottest outside. You're going to want your AC
and when you're having
away.
the barbecue, right?
Right.
The family's over. It's 4th of July weekend. That's when your overtime calls are going to come in for sure.
Yeah, if you get it taken care of in advance, then you're set. You've got that peace of mind, and you don't have to worry about that emergency breakdown. What else you got here? You got one more thing here for us, Shawn.
Yeah, the last thing I got on the list are hot days. Hot days are really what obviously make the air conditioner work, right? We all work harder on hotter days, so does your air conditioner.
This would be the bonus one. So we promised you 3, now you get 4.
And you're getting a view of a real flux capacitor. Just kidding. This is a regular old capacitor. They definitely don't make these like they used to. Things have changed over the past 25 or 30 years of how we produce these. They're more environmentally friendly than they used to be back in the day. And with that, we took a little bit of a hit on reliability. So these on hot days are our most common calls. These will quite literally explode inside of an air conditioner, and we know when they're going bad. So when we come out for tune-ups, we can test these parts and see if they're at a point where they need to be replaced. Hot days, though, like I say, are really what's going to take those out. So yeah, I mean, keep an eye on those hot days. Try to maintain. That's going to be your best option. If you see a hot stretch coming up, do not go into an up and down schedule where we heat up the house and then we got to cool it back down and create this up and down wave of work for our air conditioner instead of just staying on essentially what would be like a flat road. It's easier to maintain than it is to go up and down.
Yeah, that it's getting back to again how much capacity your air conditioner has versus your furnace, right? So if you keep it nice and level, it's got a much better chance of going, making it through the day.
Absolutely.
Yeah, and then these capacitors, they're like little batteries. So when it gets hot outside, batteries don't like the heat either. And these are kind of like a high discharge battery. It stores charge instead of voltage, but it's kind of the same principle.
Yep.
It's just designed to discharge at a very rapid rate, and these don't like the heat any more than a battery does. And if you have one of our technicians come out and say, yeah, your capacitor's out of spec. When it's out of spec, that means that it's failing. It is started to fail, even though it might still be functioning. That's your first warning sign that you're coming to a day where your capacitor is no longer going to work. And you definitely want to get that changed out before it breaks on a hot day, and then you're stuck without an air conditioner.
And I would say too, Rob, these two components we got here today, a contactor and a capacitor, good portion of basic air conditioners still use these today to turn on and off. Yes, we have air conditioners in the industry that are variable speed and modulating, and they're super nice. This is what the average person is going to have in their home. Aside from these two parts in your air conditioner, there's really only 2 more major components, that being a fan motor outside and a compressor. Fan motors a lot of the time is kind of you're flirting the line of should I replace this or not. Typically that's a determination we make on the spot with the homeowner. How long are you going to be in this house for? Is this a worthwhile repair for you? Is this a long-term home, a short-term home? We want to ask those questions so that it makes the most sense for the homeowner. Do we want to repair this unit, or do we want to replace this unit? So at the point we preventatively replaced 2 of our minor components, we're really only left with a fan motor and a compressor. If you have compressor issues at that time, most likely that's the heart of your air conditioner. Probably going to be talking about a replacement on a compressor. But if we can get these, kind of half of your parts replaced in an AC preventatively, that's going to drop your service calls. Just give you a lot more reliability out of that air conditioner moving forward.
Well, that's great. Well, guys, that is our video. 3 things plus a bonus thing.
Yeah.
That 3 signs that your AC is about to fail. So if you have any questions, reach out, give us a shout. You can contact us here through the channel. You can give us a call at the office too. You can reach us at 262-518-2473. And make sure to like and subscribe to the videos. There's a lot more coming. We've got a whole list of video content that we're going to be producing, and I hope you guys enjoy. So until next time, don't forget, Aire Serv of North Shore, locally owned, nationally backed, and North Shore trusted.